everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, my name is Cam, and today I'm going to be showing you my vanity and its current position right now, and then we're going to get all of the categories together, i.e. all my bronzers, all my powders, all my lip products, all my this, all my that, and then we're going to move it and we're going to go through it and declutter it. I do have a few ladies in my life that I am planning on making a basket for, so that's really exciting. But first off, let's talk about this makeup. Right now it is 7:04 and I leave my house at 7:30 in the morning, so this makeup has been on my face for 12 hours. I'm just going to be going through and talking about everything, but let's take a close-up at this foundation. Like, let's not judge the nose situation because that happens with every foundation, but this is what everything is looking like. My forehead right here is a bit oily. My nose, my chin right here kind of came off a little bit, but I am liking everything else. I am currently wearing, so I've got my Airspun powder, my Fit Me Maybelline Too Faced e.l.f. bronzer, the Kathleen Lights, and So Jaded. I believe I have on Royal Jewels, Stoned, and then I've got Smoky Quartz on my eyes right now, and then I'm using my Goof Proof, my NYX Can't Stop Concealer, Anastasia Brow Setter. This is the Becca highlight in the shade Moonstone. I'm sorry, I don't have my glasses on, couldn't read that. Current situation, we're going to start from the left or right, move to the left, and then we will work our way behind us here because I have a little bit behind us. I always have a water bottle because I get thirsty when I'm filming, so I have a water bottle here. I've got two perfumes, my stand-up mirror. I use this when I'm doing my makeup or filming if I don't have a eyeshadow palette with a mirror on it. These are all of my Jaclyn Hill brushes, my Jeffree Star brushes, and then the James Charles brush set. I'm planning on doing a video with these, but I want to use the brushes just a little bit longer before I commit to that video. In this little organizer here, we've got 4 large drawers and then 2 smaller drawers. And this side here, I've got my Jeffree Star mini lipsticks, and then I've got all my eye primers. And these were just in like a everyday, like things that I use every day and kind of like a project, an unofficial project pan. I got a few ColourPop Super Shock shadows, some brow products, a color corrector, concealer, and then my favorite eye primer of all time. This is the Pretty Vulgar Uncaged eyeshadow base, and I freaking love this stuff. It is amazing. This next drawer here comes like the old project pan. This is the Becca Loose Powder. This is, I have used actually quite a bit of this. I was kind of using this religiously, but I have come to the conclusion that I do not like this. It makes my brushes really dirty. Like, it feels really nice on the skin, but I feel like it doesn't set my makeup very much. And there I am. Hello. But I don't really like this. I think I'm going to get this to my sister because her skin concerns are different than mine. And then I also have my Laura Mercier setting powder, my Collab pressed powder, this is the Take Home the Bronze in the shade Oliver, my Anastasia Amrezy highlight, my ColourPop highlight that I have huge pan on, and this is in the shade Lunch Money. This is my favorite shade. I've got my favorite primer, which is the Cover FX Blurring Primer, my Tarte foundation, which I am almost out of this, and then I am also almost out of my Too Faced Primed and Peachy. So these items were put in here to kind of hold me over, and if I needed like an everyday makeup thing, I could just go to these 2 drawers here and have everything that I needed. But I kind of don't reach for these very often, so unless I'm doing a Shop My Stash, I really do want to reorganize everything. In this next palette here, I've got a Buxom Gloss, a ColourPop shadow or eyeshadow palette, a Jeffree Star eyeshadow palette, and then a whole bunch of singles here at the bottom. This next drawer is all of my like nude and red lipsticks, and this is Nude and Berry, and this is like red and purple lipsticks down here. And then I've got this, which is my Tati Beauty palette. Look at that packaging. Oh my gosh, I want to do a review on my channel, but I just haven't had time yet, so that will be coming, which is why it's sitting front and center on my vanity. This first drawer here way back here I have all of my primers. I've got sunscreens over here. My primers is kind of like overflowing, barely fitting because there's another primer here. Here's 2 more primers here. Here I've got all of my concealers, all of my foundations. This is the Glotion from L'Oreal. I've got a color corrector and a white concealer here. I've got all of my setting powders here. My next drawer here, I've got some overflow setting powders. I've got these 3, this little mini 2. And then I've got all of my powder foundations that I have stocked back here. And then I've got all of my face palettes, or some of my face palettes rather, over here. My loose highlights are chilling right here, and all of my brow products are put right here. Like I said, a few more palettes are hiding back here. I've got a few Fenty Beauty blush and cream highlights, some more highlights, highlight palettes, cream bronzer, cream highlight, more highlight palettes, more highlight palettes. The Tarte set, I've also got my ColourPop Super Shocks right here. My, like, ColourPop individual shadows. I've got a few glitters. This is a Tarte one. I've got highlights, and then I've got my Stila Glow, Milani Glow, and some AOA cream eyeshadows. I've got all of my highlights right here. I've got all of my bronzers right here. I've got all of my blushes right here. A few more blushes. These are like single eyeshadows, and then my Kaja stacks. This is the newest one to my collection, and this is in the shade Toasted Caramel. I don't think I've showed this on my channel yet, but just look at that. Like, it's so gorgeous. Oh wait, no, the new one to my channel, rather, I'm sorry. This one is in the shade Rosewater. Really pretty, like, pinky shades in it. So I'm really excited to give this one a gander because I bought these 2 and I've been loving them so far. I've got a few more highlights, bronzers. There's a highlight and bronzer from Marc Jacobs. Things like that in here. And then this whole bottom drawer here is eyeshadow palettes. I got ColourPop, Single Shadows, Tarte, Urban Decay, Too Faced, Anastasia, Morphe, Marc Jacobs, Lorac, Huda, these ones are all drugstore here. I've got everything moved. I'm just going to talk you up what's on top. So first things first, over here, we've got my computer case. In this drawer here, we've got like lip sharpeners, lip crayons, lip pencils, things like that. And here I've got another sharpener and all of my lip liners. This top drawer here has all of my glosses, all of my nude liquid lipsticks, all of my like berry and pink liquid lipsticks, and then all of my red liquid lipsticks in here. Starting way over here on the left, we have like little mirrors, eyelash curlers, pencils, nail files, tweezers, things of that nature that just chill there. I've got like my main brush, like my main complexion brushes, my main or face brushes, my main bronzer, blush, highlight brushes, all of my eyeshadow brushes, my eyeliners, and then my wing liners. Henry's bag. Henry is my munchkin kitty. He has taken it over, and every time I have anything in this bag, he sits on my vanity and just meows at me and waits for me to clear this out so he can lay in it. So that's just Henry's spot. And I don't mind because I love it when he comes to chill with Mom, so I kind of like him to have a designated spot so he can come hang out with me. In this drawer here, I've got tissues and makeup wipes that just chill. This next drawer here, I've got lip scrubs, chapsticks, my lip sleeping masks. And then in this drawer here, I've got all my dirty sponges. And then I've got my Milk Watermelon face mask that I've been using lately and trying to discover an opinion on it. And then I've got a cuticle oil because I did get my nails done. I am going back to get mine done later this week, get another set put on, and they're kind of like flaking and stuff. So I try to do this every other day just till I can get the strength back in my nails, because after you get nails done, you know that there's going to be some rough stuff, so I do like that. This little elephant, me and my mother-in-law went to go visit her sister in Nebraska, and she painted me this elephant. It's got from Aunt Heidi, and it's a little elephant. She knows I love elephants, and I got little, it's just so cute. Like, look at it, and every time, I like to keep it on my desk, because I think of her every time. I got my beauty blender sponges, my color switch, and then I've got more elephants, my deodorant, more elephants, and then I've got a mouthwash cap full. I have just different piercings that I like to change through, like, because I put a clear one in for work, so I have that sitting right there. This right here is a goodie bag for my sister that I'm just putting things in that I think she'll like. This drawer here, I was going to do my, like, maybe my shop my stash in here. If not, I'll end up putting maybe my lashes in here, or I'm not sure what I'm going to put in here yet, but I'm going to put something. But right now it's just housing some extra lip glosses that do not fit in that drawer right there. It is stuffed, it is overflowing, so these are just kind of chilling out right here for the moment. Drawer here on my actual vanity, like, it gets stuck. It's so full. I need to declutter this drawer. It is so full. I've got lashes in here. I need to get rid of those. I've got the 8 new pairs of lashes that I just bought within the set, my Sephora VIB sale haul, in the makeup sets that I'm going to be keeping. So, I did get some new ones so I can throw my cheap, janky ones out, and I'm so excited for that because this drawer is like, I can't even open and close it anymore without having issues, so I'm really glad. So this is the overview of my vanity. So you have from left to right, I've got my vanity, and then I've got my drawer system. Sorry about this trash can over there. And then I've got this shelf here. So this shelf has a lot of the new lipsticks that I bought that I'm still trying out. A few of them I know I like and need to be put into my collection, but a few of these I haven't worn yet, so I do want to keep those there. I've got makeup melters, I've got serums, I've got facial sprays, I've got my face cream, my eye cream, I've got my shimmery body glows, I've got different micellar waters and toners, I've got hair stuff back here, got perfumes right here. I think I'm going to give this to my sister because I don't like it, so we're just gonna throw that in there. And then I did just get a new phone a little while back, so I do have a new pair of headphones, and then my jade roller, and that would be that. And then I've got my planner and my video ideas sitting right here. I've got a whole bunch of different, like, little makeup things in here. Cute bag. Little flowers, scrunchies and stuff in here, elephant stuff's in there. I've got bags and curling irons and things like that in there. I've got, like, candles and things in here. This is my makeup graveyard, and that's just a cute little background for my video. And this top drawer up, or that top shelf up there, belongs to Blake, so that is not mine. But I don't foresee anything right here changing, just because I finally think I found a setup that I like, that I can get to everything I need. But this might change a little bit, I don't know, because you can see that in my videos. So, and then over here, let's start from the very top. So first I've got, like, oops, that's not supposed to go there. I've got brushes and things, I've got hairsprays, I've got dry shampoos, I've got styling creams, more styling creams and mousses and things like that. And then I've got brushes, or face brushes, and highlight brushes, or face and cheek brushes. Then I got eye brushes and overflow of face and cheek brushes. This right here is my monster of a mascara collection, and I do really need to go through these. I know this one's about ready to go, that one's about ready to go, and probably this one here. So I know this area needs to be decluttered. I've got my setting sprays, like my matte setting sprays here, and then my dewy setting sprays here. And starting up top here, I've got palettes, 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 and palettes. So that is all of my palettes. In this top drawer here has all of the things that I'm, like, trying out or waiting to try out. I got backup makeup wipes. I got a backup setting spray because I just finished my Urban Decay All Nighter, but I think I want to go through 1 to 2 more setting sprays before I open up this new one, just because I want to go through things rather than just having a whole bunch of open things. I've got a little eyeshadow palette, a cheek palette, some acne stuff, a new toner. This is the MAC Strobe Primer, and I was looking for a, like, hydrating dewy primer for the winter, and I did pick up, I picked up the Fenty one, I picked up this one, I picked up the Liquid Glass from Versailles, so I do have a few dewy ones. I am going on a low buy for the next 6 months, so I kind of want to pop in the drugstore before January 1st to see if there's anything I, like, can't live without, but I can. And then I've got a Bare Minerals palette here, and then a Sephora palette here, and then a Kylie palette. And apparently, if you can't tell, I do like cheap palettes. And then I've got a few new hair things. Down here is kind of like my skincare drawer. I have my serums here. I've got face creams there. I have face creams here. I've got facial pads, micellar waters, a whole bunch of masks, and then back here is like my brush cleaners right here, and then this right here, I've got a face wash that I am in love with. I love this face wash. Next drawer here, I've got nail polish all up and down here, nail polish here, a few nails tools sitting in here. This is my cleanser like little case, and I kind of wanted to keep it in case I ever wanted to travel, and it'd be perfect to just house it and make sure nothing like gets on it. I've got backup sponge, nail polish removers. This one is my favorite if you are looking for a good nail polish remover. I strongly recommend this one. This stuff gets everything off. I mean, it says right there, ultra powerful. So this stuff is amazing. I really do love it. And then I do have a Beulah Juicy full-size perfume and a nice little nail kit for like on the go. Drawer here has got a few toners, face creams, and then I've got like other facial sprays, lip scrubs, eye creams, moisturizers. I've got a lot right now, which I didn't think I did, but this stuff is just stuff that I haven't cracked into yet. It's all like skincare and things like that. And then this last drawer here, I've got Q-tips. Then I've got like cream thingies, and I've got like Halloween, like gore, like tools and things like that. So this is just like a miscellaneous drawer. Hey y'all, so it's currently the next day. It's currently 7:47, and right now I'm wearing pretty like a natural like face. I did go to work, and we are just going to go through and so today what I kind of want to do is group all of my like items together. So everything that is in this drawer, I'm going like these top cubbies here, I'm going to put in their respectful places right here in their drawers. And then if there's any like stragglers like right here, I'm just going to group everything together. So tomorrow when I come home, what I think I'm going to do is put all of my like items in like bags and transfer them to my counter, because I have a different spot that I'm going to film my like going through and decluttering and curating my collection a little bit. It's not going to be like a major like this is not a decluttering video. Like I'm not trying to get rid of, but I am going to get rid of the things that I know I'm not going to use, the things that I just don't feel drawn to use and I'm not excited to use, because there's no point in keeping it in my collection if I'm not going to use it. I'm going to find it a new home. I have a few ladies that I am creating a basket for, like cosmetic baskets, because they love makeup and I love makeup, and if I can just rehome some of the things, I think I just want to do that. Hey guys, this is kind of insane, but this entire cloth bin is completely stuffed with eyeshadow palettes. I put all of the eyeshadow palettes that I have in here, and I was imagining it to be like half full and I'll put some other stuff in there. No, this bee is completely freaking full. So now I'm just going to get everything, all of like I've got, this is empty right now, these 3 drawers are empty right now. I'm going to start emptying everything and getting my makeup collection completely out of my vanity, so that way I can come back and reorganize and stuff like that. Because for Christmas, we're just going to ignore my bare face right now, just because so I'm moving everything out of my collection, so I can clean my vanity because it is rough right now, and B, I asked for Christmas lights, or not Christmas lights, I asked for filming lights for Christmas, and my man let me pick out some. I got 2 different lights for about $140. When I get them, I will do a full video on them. I will film a few times. I'll say what I like about them, what I don't like about them, but I haven't got them yet, so that is coming as soon as I get them. But I want to make sure I go through and fine-tune my collection, what I like, what I don't like, what I'm excited to use, what I'm not. And I do have a few boxes. I have 3 women in my life that I'm going to be donating a whole bunch of makeup to. So we're just going to be getting everything out of my collection and then going through everything, and I'm sure this is going to be a series, like 2 or 3 videos, so don't, like, it's a process. It's a process. It's not just going to be like a snap of the finger done. This is the 3rd day in a row that I have done at least something to get myself in the right direction. I have a whole bunch of goals set for January. Number 1 being a low buy for 6 months starting January 1st. And I know Tati Beauty is going to be launching something new, and it's going to kill me not to buy it, but I'm not going to buy it. I'm just going to wait till my birthday and ask for my birthday, and it's going to be quite a little while down the road, but what can you do? So I am just going to get all of my makeup things out of my collection, put all of my like items together, and then we're going to go through it and everything like that. So I'm just going to get out everything out of my drawers and my vanity right now, and then we're going to go meet at my kitchen counter, and we are going to go through everything together. I'll probably do like a satisfying like fast forward. I don't think I'm going to be getting rid of a whole bunch of stuff just because I have it. It's in my collection. I did just do a declutter like 3 or 4 months ago. It wasn't on my channel or anything like that, but I did get rid of, like, I would say upwards of 40-50 palettes, and I still have this whole thing full of palettes. So I don't know what I'm going to be getting rid of, but I know I'm going to get rid of the things that I don't want, I don't like, and I don't use. So we're just going to get everything out, and I'll give you like a sneak peek of my vanity as soon as everything is out of my drawers. So I'll see you in a minute. So ignore the mess for a second. I'm just going to talk you through my process. So in my low buy, I've done a lot of research. They say taking count of what items you already have. Let's say I've got 20 highlights. When I go out to town or whatever and I'm thinking, well, I really have 20 highlights. Do I really need another one? No, probably not. So this is going to help me getting everything out of my collection and taking inventory, seeing what I want, what I don't want, and then taking count of what I do have will help me keep from buying stuff. So most of all of my drawers are empty. I just have a bag here of like dirty brushes, dirty sponges, and things that were on my vanity. I did kind of run out of room for bags, so that's kind of where I'm at right now. All of my drawers are empty. I did kind of want to take everything out of its little like organizing dividers because I thought that when I am going to put everything back, I feel like A, it's going to be easier to clean, and B, it's going to be easier to organize things since my collection has grown since the last time I organized it. This bag is the big Sephora bag, and it's full of all of my bronzers, highlights, and blushes, bronzers, highlights, and all of my face palettes. This one has got a whole bunch of different eye stuff in it. This one's got like setting sprays and more face stuff in it. That's like skincare. This is like things that I have not opened yet. And see my llama socks? I got a llama. And then I've got foundation, concealer, things like that in there. And then I've cleared out my eyeshadow bin. I left my brushes and my hair care stuff in here. I just put my wipes in here to get them off of my vanity. And then my nail polish drawer, I don't have a bag for, so it's just going to stay in here until I get some more organizing done. And this bottom drawer is kind of like odds and ends and like face paint and things like that. So that's just chilling out there for right now. On my vanity, this drawer is empty, this drawer is empty, this drawer I have all my lip stuff in, and that stuff is probably going to stay in that drawer just because it's like face tools. I've got all my things cleared out from on top of my vanity, so now I just need to get everything away so I can clean, organize, and put everything back. So we're going to move all of these bags to my counter and figure out like a good filming angle so you can see everything that I'm doing, because right now I don't have a tripod, so I can't really stand you up so you can see what I'm doing right now. I also need to put all of this stuff in its coexisting bag here, but Yes, and then this, like I said, has all of my eyeshadows in it. This is full of lashes, and this one has all of my, like, brush cleansers in it. So we are just going to transition to my living room, and I'll meet you there. Hey guys, so I do not have a tripod, so what is holding my camera up right now is kind of a little pathetic. So if you guys move, I'm sorry. And if you do move, that means my camera had fell down, and I think I'm gonna owe my mother-in-law a new camera. So we're just gonna hope for the best. I think I'm gonna have to take a picture of how my camera is like set up so you guys can laugh with me, because I think it's pretty janky, pretty redneck at best. So I don't necessarily want to go through my eyeshadows first, because that's like the bulk of my collection. I think I'm going to go through my skincare just because it's right here. I think I might have, nope, that's all skincare. I'm just going to start going through. I also have a little notebook here. Like I said, I have no idea if I'm in frame, so I'm totally sorry if I'm not. If you can tell right here, there's my doggies' food, and then we have a bit of like boards fell down, so we're just waiting. We're just lazy at this point. We need to put them back up, but we haven't. We did, my fiance and I did build this, what we live in. We live in a tiny home. It's 14 by 24. Probably not up to code, but our uncle's an inspector, and he came and helped us, and my other uncle's a carpenter, and he helped us build it. So, yeah, that's my situation right now. I do have my trusty little notebook here, and I'm going to take down inventory of everything I have. I think I'm going to time-lapse you, and I'm going to probably watch, I don't know, maybe Gilmore Girls, maybe Lucifer, maybe, I don't know. So, and this table is really nice. Like, this top part swings up, and we can sit at our coffee table, and this other side over here, it pulls out into a drawer, and it's really nice. It's really great for storage in our shed, because we call our house the shed. So if you hear me refer to the shed, I don't live in a shed. That's just what we call our house, because we live on my fiance's mom's property. We have our own house. It's just she's got like 30 acres, so we live on her land. While we're in college, she's helping us with that. So I'm very appreciative of her. She's an amazing woman. So I'm just going to write every product that I can think of down in my little notes here, and then we're gonna get started. everyone, it's been about 3 or 4 days since the last time I filmed when I was going through my collection and counting everything. I'm going to break this video into a 2-part series, but since I did that, I needed to have a ending point or a outro so that way I can edit tomorrow, because tomorrow is Monday and I need to take that time so I can edit in town because the internet is just way faster in town. I do have 4 different videos that I need to film, but this weekend has been crazy busy. I have a BoxyCharm coming up, a Shop My Stash coming up, a Graveyard coming up, and a Shane Dawson are coming up. It is still currently sold out, but I was able to get my hands on it the other day, and I have a whole story about that coming, so stay tuned for that video. It's going to be really exciting. Other than that, I wanted to break this video into 2 parts because I noticed it was getting really long. I don't have my makeup on right now because I'm ready to go to bed. It is Friday night at 10:18, or Sunday night at 10:18, I'm sorry. And I need to get ready to go to bed, so I wasn't going to do my face just so I can take it off and go to bed. That's just too much work for me today. So that night that I was filming, it just got crazy busy. We had a charity auction and my cow kept getting out, or rather my mother-in-law's cow kept getting out. She is pregnant and she keeps wanting bread and keep going to the barn to find the bread, and it's like, no, you need to stay in your pen. But she's just needy right now. She's due in January and I am planning on doing a whole video on that. But if you don't like the blood and the gore of a cow birth, you don't have to watch it. I'm not mandatoring you to watch it. I just thought it'd be a fun and enjoyable experience, and we get to look back on the birth of our cow. Hopefully it is a male, but if not, we are fine with the female, and that's all right. We do live in Montana and hunting for our meat, so that's really exciting. I want in my second video, so there is going to be content. What I'm going to do is do my vanity tour then, because I do have everything put back in my drawers and everything. As you can see behind me, I will give you a little sneak peek before I go tonight. What else do I gotta tell y'all? Video of this series is going to be a makeup inventory and vanity tour, so that video does have a bit of content. It's just not going to be a quick snap of the fingers and done video. So yes, stay tuned for that. It's going to be really exciting. So that would actually be 5 videos that I have to film. I did forget to count all of my palettes before I put them back, so I do need to quickly do that. And other than that, I'll just show you my palettes and I'll send y'all on your way. Here's my palette section. I did take these 2 dividers out so that way I could fit more palettes here. I just like the aesthetic a whole lot more. I do kind of have a theme. These 3 palettes here all have eye and face, and then this palette here was just overflow that didn't fit anywhere else. These palettes here are I have my Z palettes and then just a few overflow palettes, and all of these palettes in this divider except for this one is Dose of Colors, and this one right here is Huda Beauty, is all my ColourPop palettes. Not all of them, but a good chunk of my ColourPop palettes. And then all right here is more palettes. I will go into more depth when I do my vanity tour, so that way you can see what I have. I'm not going to show you everything, but I'll go through and tell you what everything is. I do want to film a video with this one. My video schedule just kind of got really busy. This is the Tati Beauty palette, and I have created a whole bunch of looks on it. I kind of wanted to have I don't know if I'm going to do swatches, but I wanted to have my opinion on this palette, like very fine-tuned, and know what I like and what I don't like about this. So this is all of my, well, not all of my, most of my larger palettes are all in here. I have another drawer with like small palettes and things like that. So that's going to be part 1 of my low-buy introduction. I feel like after I counted everything I have, it really is going to put me on a halt, because it's like I don't need another highlighter if I've got X amount of highlighters, and you will get all of that information with my second video, like I said earlier. So without further ado, I'll see y'all later. Bye!